Hello, and welcome to the Innovative Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Isolde Trachtenberg. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I really appreciate it. I want to talk to you about an aspect of mindfulness that is not something we often talk about, and that is attraction. One of the things that goes right out the window when you find yourself attracted to something is mindfulness. Because the second you're attracted to someone or something, you go into reaction mode rather than into response mode. And let's talk about what that means. When you react, it's almost an instantaneous kind of feeling and reaction, right? This is your body and your mind and your spirit and whatever going, oh my stars, this is amazing. Whatever the thing is that you are attracted to, whether it's, as I said, a person or an object, it doesn't matter. Or an experience. You could be attracted to an experience. So you go into this place where you react. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes quicker and more shallow. And you start making decisions that might be questionable. Have you ever been there? I know I have. You do things and you say things and there's a small part of you that's going, who the heck is saying this? Why? Because it's not really you. It's you under a certain amount of stress. When you are attracted to someone, until and unless you know that they are attracted to you, you're under stress. You're wondering. You've got butterflies in your belly. Your breathing, as I said, becomes more shallow. Your heartbeat accelerates. All sorts of things escalate. The colors become brighter. Everything becomes wilder. And the possibilities seem endless. And yet, to be mindful becomes a challenge because you must respond rather than react if you're being mindful. Being mindful means being more purposeful, being more almost step by step about things rather than being in that reaction mode, right? Attraction. When you're in that attraction reaction mode, as I said, you make decisions that may not be the best for you. And your reactions might be bigger than they otherwise would be. The everything is thrown into the heavens and everything is possible. And as I said, everything is either really amazing or if it doesn't work out, it's very traumatic. And I'm not making light of it. I just want to point out that a more measured response might be beneficial in those sorts of situations, but it's a lot harder to reach that place of giving a measured response if you are in that mode of attraction rather than a mindful mode. So here is my mission to you. When you are attracted to someone or something, stop and take a few breaths before you make any decisions, right? If you see a new bag that you want to buy, if you see a pair of shoes, if you see a new gadget, you want the new phone, you want a new car, you want to eat that dessert, whatever it is. And I'm not saying don't, by the way. I'm not saying don't. When that attraction rears its head, it becomes very difficult to think clearly in that moment, right? Because we're talking about moments. We're talking about instants here. We're not talking about long-term thinking and measured responses. We're talking about something that happens with the snap of a finger. So that's what you want to be aware of, is that attraction, that I want it right now aspect of who we are is there in everybody. There is nobody who does not have that. Even the Dalai Lama probably looks at things that he wants and has that instant moment of attraction. And because he's mindful and because he's practiced at it, he goes, let me breathe through it. And that's what I invite you to do too. The next time you're in that reaction mode, because you're in attraction mode, stop and take 3 deep, full breaths and just focus on the inhale and on the exhale and on the inhale and on the exhale, and one more inhale and exhale. I hope you did that with me just then. It's very calming But anyway, the whole point of doing that 3 breaths in and out is to see if your body and mind and spirit could get into a place of response to your object of attraction rather than reaction to your object of attraction. See if you can do that and see if the response remains what it would have been. Give some thought to it. Get mindful about whether or not it would have been that immediate, I want this right now, or if you can turn it into something that is more measured, more purposeful, more mindful, and probably in the long run, just a little bit better for you. Alrighty, I hope that you've enjoyed today's short episode on attraction. I am, by the way, going to put, because I'm pulling these cards, this is a card called Attraction from my Mindful Creative deck. I'm going to put an image of the card in the show notes. Take a look at it and see what it brings up for you. I would love to hear what your response is to the card. Until next time, I remind you to always be bold, be creative, and most of all, be kind. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the podcast if you're new, and it would mean the world to me if you told a friend about it. Today's episode was produced by Isolde Trachtenberg and is copyright 2021. As always, please remember this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance does not guarantee future results, although we can always hope. Until next time, remember to be bold, be creative, and most of all, be kind.